I'm trying to look at solutions to address the gun violence directly and not be overshadowed by a court order that is not going to be enforceable. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to waste our time.
What this whole case is actually about, we're going to find out, because it's not even about guns, guys.
We all agree that the governor has overstepped her authority and is actually in violation of the law.
I don't know what her thought process was that she suddenly thought she could trample the Second Amendment.
We have women banning guns. What is this world coming to? Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham. Today I issued a 30-day ban on the open and concealed carrying of guns in Albuquerque and Bernalillo County. Let's see this interview she did with CNN.
Joining us now for her first national televised interview since issuing this order is the governor of New Mexico, Michelle Lujan Grisham. Governor, thank you for your time this morning. And let's get to exactly that. We just heard from the sheriff. He joins the attorney general and others who say they won't enforce it. It's unconstitutional. Why do it if it can't be enforced?
Well, that's their opinion. They have.
Well, that's like their opinion, man. That's the first thing she says right out of the gate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to pause so quick. I know how some of you guys get mad at that, but that's kind of what this is about.
Why do it if it can't be enforced?
Well, that's their opinion. They have.
That's their opinion. The people who have to enforce it, that's like their opinion. Yeah, they're the people who have to enforce it, though. It's like such a stupid woman thing. Like, if there's any kind of lawsuits, it should be suing her, and it should be all women in America, because she's making you guys look so stupid right now. She's making you guys look so stupid right now.
No bold actions. They don't have any plans for reducing gun violence. Every single aspect in terms of preventing gun violence, funds, crime labs, more than $150 million for
crime labs,
pension bonuses, and recruitment of new police officers.
Yeah, you need new police officers. What are you talking about?
I'm focused on one thing. We have the third highest gun-related injuries in the country, 90% higher than the national average.
So that's gun-related injuries. They're like 41 on murders, though. So, I mean, a gun injury could be anything, right? I mean, any injury with a gun, pretty much. And let me be clear, too. I'm not even a gun guy. But, like, we need guns, you know? I mean, we just need them, especially now more than ever. We just need fucking guns, dude. You need a gun. If you don't have one, get one.
Bold action. And frankly, the evidence bears out over and over again. Fewer guns on the streets.
Makes a dirty mayor in the sheets.
Everyone's constitutional rights, not just those the NRA says I should be focused on.
Yeah.
I bet she's got a big ass. You know what I mean? I can tell. She's sitting on a dumpster right there.
It's not just the NRA. Here's one other concern from the sheriff. Here's what he told my colleague Caitlin Collins last night.
In a couple of months or a year down the road, we're the ones stuck in court, and we're the ones getting sued over all of these infringement of rights and all these other court battles, when I could be focusing so much more on crime.
Has
True,
any
though.
law enforcement...
She's going to get into now why this needs to happen. This isn't like a thing she's trying to do to make people like, hey, you know, let's test it out. This has to happen to keep you guys safe. Let's hear it.
Making sure that you're safe going to the grocery store, you're safe going to a baseball game, you're safe walking on a hiking trail.
I've been murdered like 2 to 3 times on a hiking trail just this month. Just this month. Wouldn't it be great if you were like a woman and some creep came up to you on a hiking trail and he had a knife and tried to rape you, and then you had like a gun? You know what I mean? That'd probably be pretty great. Of course, guns never help anyone, right?
Warner Robins Walmart.
And as Buddy was filling us in to get our oil change, we heard a little kid screaming. So we turned to the corner down there. We seen him getting snatched out the car, and the man was taking behind the building. We thought he was using the bathroom, but it took him way too long to come back from behind the building.
Willis says when the child kept screaming, he felt he had to take action.
Kept screaming, getting louder and louder. Just didn't sit right with us. So my first instinct was to grab my gun and go get that kid out the woods.
Wait a second. This guy just saved a kid's life with a gun? How the hell did that happen?
Illegal today to have a handgun. Openly carrying handguns. My question to law enforcement is, where are you? Where are you? In that young 11-year-old, Froylin Villegas, 17 rounds were fired into that.
Where are you? So let me get this straight. The police officer's job now is to basically follow around every child and raise them and make sure everything's fine. for every specific child. But they don't need any more money for officers then, right, too? So which is it? Do you need more money for officers, or you want every officer to follow every child around to make sure they're safe? I mean, is there no parental responsibility? Is there no personal responsibility? I don't know the details of that case specifically, but I mean, what she's saying sounds absurd.
35,000 rounds are fired at least annually in Albuquerque alone.
Okay, cool.
You are not safe going to work, getting your prescription drugs, or going to a public park. And
wow, you should probably do something about that. You're like you're the governor, right? You're the governor of the whole state. You should like work something out with that mayor then, because that sounds like a terrible city, because they're not safe doing anything there.
Isn't just about a cooling off period. It's about making sure that everyone is safer while we do bolder work to get at both the drug epidemic.
Bolder work. They're going to pause. She'll say it. They're not banning guns. They're going to do a pause. So then everyone's just going to basically give up on it. Hey, you know, I was about to murder you, but there's a pause now. Meet me in Texas. Let's go over to Texas. I'll murder you there. Otherwise, I got to wait for these 30 days to be up. And then you're murdered big time.
And the gun violence epidemic. Look, and it's not for police to tell me what's constitutional or not. They haven't supported not one.
You can tell there's a huge feud between her and all the police. Her and probably everyone. That's what happens when you get these women in charge, you know what I mean? They keep stirring up all this trouble, making problems that aren't even there. I guess that problem is there, but you understand my point.
But we also have, Governor, the Constitution of New Mexico and the Constitution of the United States, and you're an attorney. Do you think you're on solid constitutional ground here?
We're going to pause real quick, and we're going to see what it's all about. What this whole case is actually about, we're going to find out, because it's not even about guns, guys. It's not even about guns. But let's hear from Nate, the lawyer, if she even has a case here.
So my thoughts is that this, if I were a judge looking at the facts that are being presented, I would say that this executive order by this governor clearly violates Bruin in every conceivable way. You have a constitutional right. This is not a compelling government interest, nor is it narrowly tailored. And unfortunately, gun violence may be on the rise in New Mexico, but you'd have to show me that it is at a rate or a level in which you can't point to any other place in the country where you have this particular issue.
But let's hear what this is really about, because it's not about guns, guys.
We're going to see. I mean, look, I wouldn't do it if I didn't think I had the right. I have the right.
Where is the right? Where is the right?
In the state of New Mexico, public health, it's a suspension. It's not a ban. And we'll see what all of these court actions do. And I did say publicly, Poppy, look, I got a Supreme Court that says my personal bodily autonomy can be restricted.
Abortion. I knew it. I knew you Republicans were going to get us all in hot water with this abortion thing. You know what I mean? Guys, you got to let up. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. We got to learn to give and take here, or not. But the point is, this bitch wants to kill babies, and she won't do it with guns. She will not kill babies with guns. She'll do it the old-fashioned way, drowning them in a bucket of water. Jeremiah, what do we have next?